Geeks? Welcome back to the Geek Man Cave and welcome back to my Avengers Endgame Celebration. 2 weeks, a new video every single day, hyping ourselves for Avengers Endgame coming out April 26th. Now Geeks, I always get asked what my favourite thing is in the Geek Man Cave. And the Geek Man Cave is getting pretty full now. Like this corner I'm sat in right now is just Marvel. All this stuff is all Marvel. And I spend a lot of time showing you geeks where to get cool collectibles from, and I show you how to build cool things, because one of the things I love to do is showcase the things that I love, the things that I'm passionate about in the Geek Man Cave. Like I said, this is just the Marvel corner. But there's a lot of things I haven't showed you that I'm very passionate about, collectibles I've had since maybe I was a boy, or things that I'm really proud of that I really love. But guys, I showcase you lots of things about where to get cool things and where to make cool things, but I imagine you've probably got things in your caves that are absolutely mind-blowing that I would love to see or to find out about. So I challenge you guys, because today's video I'm going to be looking at my 10 favourite Marvel geek things I have in the Geek Man Cave, and I want you to join in too. So in the comment section down below, I want you to list your 10 favourite Marvel props or collectibles or comic books or videos or video games that you have, that you're proud of, that you're passionate about, that you showcase in your geek cave. Comment down below. I want to know your list. So today, guys, I'm going to be focusing on 10 geek Marvel things that I am super proud of in my geek cave. And guys, just to help you as well, I will not be including anything that I've showcased on the channel before. So for example, my Infinity Gauntlet I've just bought, I won't be listing that in there because you've seen it before. This is 10 brand new things you've never seen before. Collectibles of mine that I've had over the years that I want to share with you guys. And I also won't be including any of my DIY builds such as Stormbreaker, the Infinity Gauntlet, or any of them. I am showing you 10 brand new things. Things that I absolutely love and I'm so proud to have in my geek caves. So guys, with that out of the way, let's have a check out of my top 10 favourite Marvel things in the Geek Man Cave. So guys, at number 10 is this heavy metal Iron Man. Now you guys might be thinking, this is your 10th best collectible in the Geek Man Cave. But for me guys, this has a lot of sentimental value, because I've had this for 25 years now. I remember getting this 1994 Christmas, and it was the very first Iron Man toy I ever had. I loved watching the Iron Man cartoon series. I had a few of the Iron Man comics as well. So to get my hands on an Iron Man toy, I was over the moon. I was so proud of this toy. I remember taking it to school one toy day. It came in a 2-set with the Mandarin, but unfortunately the Mandarin lost the battle with Iron Man in my nan's garden and was lost for all eternity. But I've always kept this guy around with me. He went to university with me and sat on my desk in uni when I did my degree. And when I moved in here to the Geek Man Cave, he was one of the very first things I set up in my Geek Man Cave. So it might not be the most expensive or most glamorous looking item, but for me, this is a big thing to have in my Geek Man Cave. So this is why you get the number 10 spot. So at number 9, guys, is my Marvel Funko collection. Guys, I'm a huge fan of Funko Pops, and for me, the Marvel collection is absolutely superb. So I've started picking up the Infinity War collection. I have an almost complete set here. There's a little tiny trick there. I wonder if you can figure it out. So guys, I absolutely love Funko Pops, and I love this collection. I've just picked up my very first Endgame Funko Pop as well, so I hope to have the entire Infinity and Endgame collection. Maybe one day I'll take them out of the box, but I kind of like things mint in box. So up next, guys, at number 8 is my Captain America shield. Now, guys, there's nothing special really about this Captain America shield. It's a cheap plastic 20-pound shield. It's a good 1-to-1 scale, which I really like as well. But the big thing for me about this is I picked this up in the very first Comic-Con I took my son to. When Harry was a baby, I took him to his very first Comic-Con in Cardiff, and I bought this. It's one of the only things I bought at the Comic-Con. So for me, there's a lot of sentimental value behind the shield. And who else doesn't want a Captain America shield on their door? That thing's awesome. So at number 7, guys, is my Disney Infinity Marvel collection. Guys, I'm absolutely a huge fan of Disney Infinity, guys. In Disney Infinity 2, they introduced the Marvel characters, and you could pick up these amazing cool cartoon figures. Just look at Captain America there. That's absolutely insane. And what you could do, you could put these figures on the gamepad, and then they'd come to life in the game. The great thing was as well, it wasn't just Marvel characters. You could have Captain America throwing his shield against Yoda and Yoda attacking Captain America, or you could have a race with Baymax and Iron Man. It was just insane. So I have the complete collection of Marvel figures. Now these were quite hard to track down because I had a lot of them, but then in Disney Infinity 3 the company decided to stop making the game and stop making the figures. So I was missing about 5 figures, and I finally picked up Ronin, which was the figure I was missing not too long ago. So I have the complete collection. It's a I love that game, and if you can manage to get your hands on all of these, I think they're absolutely incredible. I love the style of all of them. Even some of the newer models like Ant-Man just look incredible. It's just a shame that it got cancelled because there was a lot of announcements such as Doctor Strange and Thanos to be figures in the collection, which would have been sick. But yeah, I absolutely love my Disney Infinity collection, and that's why it's got place number 7. So number 6, guys, is my collection of Marvel video games. Guys, I've got a ton of Marvel video games that I absolutely love. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, SpiderMan on PlayStation 4, Lego Marvel Superheroes, and one of my favorite and oldest games I've got, guys, is Marvel Superheroes in War of the Gems, a Super Nintendo game that came out years ago, and it was the very first time that I was introduced to the Infinity Stones, and at the end of the game, you had to fight Thanos. And guys, I absolutely loved that game as a child, and I couldn't wait to find out more about the Infinity Stones and Thanos, and it started my love of comic books as well. So that's why at number 6 is my collection of Marvel video games. So at number 5, guys, is this epic Infinity War DVD display box I got from Tesco's. Guys, I was so lucky. A good friend of mine, Lewis, was working in Tesco's, and I said to him for years, if there's any cardboard cutouts or any display boxes of anything Marvel, Star Wars, you need to let me know. And I remember him saying to me, oh mate, we had this amazing Force Awakens cardboard display, but it got bent. And I was like, oh. And he knocked my house not long, just around August last year, and said, I've got something for you. And it was just before he finished in Tesco's, and he managed to get me this incredible Avengers Infinity War DVD display. And as you can see, I'm using it to display my Funko Pops, but there's amazing artwork on it, guys, and I absolutely love it. So if you can get to any of like supermarkets, ask them if they can keep it behind for you, because they get all these in all the time, video game stalls and covers. I got a friend in Asda's, fingers crossed, is hopefully going to set me up with some Endgame stuff. Maybe I can have these side by side for the Endgame Funko Pops as well. But guys, I'm very proud of having this in my Geek Cave. Is my Infinity War DVD display box from Tesco. So guys, we're getting into the good stuff now. So at number 4, guys, is my collection of Marvel comic books. Guys, I'm a huge comic book fan, and I have a few absolute gems that I want to share with you. One of my favorites, knowing that SpiderMan is one of my favorites, is this issue 700 Amazing Spider-Man comic signed by Dan Slott, the writer. Dan Slott was absolutely amazing. He signed a ton of comics for me, but this is one of my favorite comics. I'm so happy that he did it. Do you know what else is one of my other favorite comic, guys? The Infinity Gauntlet comic by the True Believers issue 1. And guys, I cannot wait for one of you to win this, to go from my Geek Cave to your Geek Cave. This is the one that I will be signing for you to win. So guys, I absolutely love my comic books, and I'm happy that I get to give you one of my comic books. So guys, here we are, our top 3 Marvel things in the Geek Man Cave. So at number 3, guys, is a collection that I started back in 2016. I've been with the company ever since, through ups and lows, but guys, this set blows me away, and the longer I have it, the better it looks. I'm talking, of course, about my Eagle Moss Marvel movie figurine collection set. Guys, this set is absolutely incredible. Loads of these figures are figures you could never get anywhere else. A lot of you have messaged me about the types of figures I've had in the background, or I've put aside my DIY builds, and it's all from the Eagle Moss collection. Guys, these figures are superb. I always remember going into like shops like Forbidden Planet when I was a kid, and other comic book shops, and you'd see these super expensive hot toy kind of figures in glass cases. And I think, oh wow, it'd be amazing to have loads of collections like that. And guys, even though these are obviously nowhere near as good as the Hot Toys exclusives, these are affordable and look incredible. And one of my personal favorites is this one, guys, Doctor Strange. Just look at the quality of this figure. It is absolutely superb. Look at his little discs, his little spell discs. The likeness is incredible. I absolutely love these figures, and he is one of my favorites. And guys, this was about £15. That's insane. That's like, you can't even eat in Nando's for £15, and you can get your hands on something like this. Guys, the collection is going to at least 120 figures, and I will be soon focusing on my favourite figures from this collection, plus I'll be looking at possible figurines with my good friend MMC Fan. So guys, at number 2 is something I'm very, very proud of. Something I got in the Geek Man Cave that a lot of you don't know about, and I'm still waiting to get it on display, because once I have it on display, it'll be one of the coolest parts of my Geek Man Cave. Now guys, a few years before I started the Geek Man Cave channel, I decided to build my very own Iron Man suit. I built the Mark IV suit from Iron Man 2, and I decided to create it out of EVA foam. It did take me a good 3 to 6 months to make, but once I finished it, this was the final product. This is what I wore to a load of charity events, plus I helped out raise money for my local charity, Caerphilly Comic Con, and walked Penavant. Google it, it's a mountain in Wales. I walked the top of Penavant to raise money for the Children's Centre to help children in my local area have a place where they can go to develop skills and to help them with their learning and engage with them, with children with additional needs. And it was an amazing day and an amazing cause, and I still have the suit. Now, the suit is all in parts at the moment because it's so big, it's hard for me to display. But what I'm hoping to get my hands on soon is a mannequin so I can have this displayed in the Geek Man Cave in the one corner. That corner then will be designed and kitted out exactly like the Hall of Armor that we see in Tony Stark's house. And then that suit will sit in there in a mannequin. I cannot wait for it to be finished. But yeah, I did manage to build my very own Iron Man suit. So that gets the number 2 spot. So guys, here we are, number 1, my favourite Marvel collectible in the whole of the Geek Man Cave. Now guys, this year is issue 1 of the 2014 The Amazing Spider-Man comic book series by writer Dan Slott. It's also the amazing artwork by Humberto Ramos. I absolutely love this series and collected it since issue 1. Now guys, not only do I love this comic and the artwork, this isn't issue 1. I don't know if you can tell, but behind me I have 2 posters. 2 posters sealed. Now guys, these posters are limited edition, and I picked them up at the London Film and Comic Con a few years back. And as you can see, this is the exact same poster for this cover here. It's the unmasking of Peter Parker on the front cover. And if you can see here, I also have another variant poster here of the exact same image, but the sky is blue and Peter Parker is wearing his Spider-Man mask. But if you look a little closer, you'll notice that in the corner of this is the legend himself, the cameo man, Stan Lee, in the corner. How epic is that? But for me, this is the best part. If you have a little look in the corner here, what you can see there is Dan Slott's signature, the writer of the story, and Stan Lee's signature. Stan Lee signed this picture at the London Film and Comic Con a few years back for me. And guys, I absolutely treasure this picture, because not just because it's Stan Lee, but because of that day. That day, guys, me, my brother, and my father went to London Film and Comic Con. It was one of the first biggest is the biggest Comic Con I had been to. I was nervous. We didn't know what to expect. We were in the queue and we were walking in. We were miles behind in the queue. And as me and my brother and my father were walking into the main doors of Earl's Court in London, I noticed this guy standing next to me had this epic looking Stan Lee cosplay. And I said to my brother, "Look how amazing that guy's Stan Lee cosplay is. It's amazing." And as he turned around, it was none other than Stan Lee himself. He was walking in towards the lift with his bodyguards, and I couldn't believe it. Stan the man was right next to me. It was incredible. It was an amazing day, guys, and like I said, this has got such sentimental value for me. I will never part with this, and it will always remind me of that day where we met Stan. So there we have it, geeks. My top 10 favourite collectibles in the Geek Man Cave. Guys, I want to know your top Marvel collectibles that you have. I want to know if they have sentimental value. I want to know if they're vintage. I want to know if they're expensive. I want to know why you like them. Put in the comment section down below. Tell me your top 10 Marvel collectibles that you have in your Geek Caves. Let me know. And guys, if you want to take pictures and show me them, you can tag me on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter at The Geek Man Cave. Guys, I hope you have an amazing day. And remember, it's your cave, it's your rules, and I'll see you next time.